Welcome to Culture Club. What we say, what we mean. Bold and blunt in the room, you know what it is. Lights on, cameras up. Everybody got a view. We don't fake for the likes. We just speak what's true. Pull up, take your seat. It might get real tonight. If you brought your
What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you guys for tuning in to ACTVPLUS here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to Culture Club, where we spell club with two B's because we like to be sometimes bold and blunt. I'm always bold and blunt. Like we do always, we're going to reintroduce ourselves from our right to our left. Say your name and your dick size today.
Oh my!
Oh, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Mega Body. I'm a strong 7.5, and I do my thing.
7.0. Damn.
That's
I
a
would have
lie.
thought it
It's
would
bigger
have been
than
more
that.
than that.
Yeah, I'll take the five.
7.5. Okay. It's your favorite cousin tripping out. That's a great hair, my nigga. That ain't no lint. It's your favorite cousin tripping. I'm back with another banger. I'm back with another banger. I'm back with another. Pow, pow. Dick size, you know what I'm saying? It's over 9. And, you know what I'm saying?
Why they ain't got no
Long,
right?
You don't need to see that until it's
Gotta talk away for real.
Y'all hilarious. Mix.
I'm King and 8.5.
All right. Oh, they being bold and blunt about their size now.
So
but they couldn't say who they wanted to sleep with, but they can be bold and blunt.
This gets you more people right here when you tell me your dick size.
What's going on? I'm Wes. Sometimes it's 9, sometimes it's 9.5, sometimes it's 8.5. It just depends on how attracted I am to you. Okay. But I always get to the second hole. Yes, indeed.
What's up, everybody? It's Tyrese Gym Shoes. Mine is about...
I love it.
Next.
What's up? This is your boy Kellington, and I got a good strong 4.5 on me.
All right.
What's up, y'all? It's Pretty Omari, and sadly, I only have a 2-inch penis that sits on top of my scrotum.
All right.
What's up, yo? My name is Hade, aka African Cocoa Butter.
This is going to be interesting.
Mine is this.
Do you?
All right. A Vienna sausage is what he got
My
now.
favorite because I don't have to clean or do nothing.
Okay, ain't that it?
They get a chance, though, right? Small dicks matter, man.
They do.
The motion in the... Hey. They say some small dicks hurt more than the big
Some of them will
ones.
get you.
It's husband dick. Mega Body got husband dick.
Oh, yeah, because you say you don't like them big. You say you like them Vienna sausages.
I ain't say Vienna. You know what I'm saying?
So my 2-inch penis ain't good enough for you?
Uh-huh.
My 2-inch penis ain't good enough for you?
No, I can't do nothing with that.
You can't even fuck it.
All right. You can kiss that, I guess. Comments from the last episode, which was the West interview. That was kind of controversial from some of y'all. I don't know why, but whatever. It has to be me. 85 says, this was a great interview. Love the questions asked to Wes. He is always the one asking people questions. Finally, we get to know him. Loved this. Next person says, he thought he was going to leave home and sit in his boyfriend's house without a job or running a business and do what next? I was very young, and I didn't know no better. I'd be curious to see what your life was at 20. He wants motivated people. The same bias that didn't want to get a job. The same bitch. Is that what that's supposed to be?
The same bitch that did it, yeah.
Okay. Same thing. I just want y'all to let the person finish. Let me finish, I guess. Hello from Amazon in Chester, Virginia. Nice interview. Thanks. Wes, you are amazing. Bravo to the entire cast. Appreciate you. He a messy bitch. Didn't want to get out of the bed.
The same one.
That's the same
Yeah,
guy.
it's
Omnicares is like Trip, laughing at Trip. Darius, I get Mega on the brother wanting to be closer. He just went about it in a horrible way. Good on Wes for setting boundaries. Rick Voss says, wait, Wes, how you going to the doctor to get tested and you being negative allows you to find out that your boyfriend Kenny is positive? Some part got missed here.
I was confused on that too.
I'll clear it up. I thought it was clear, but whatever.
Apparently it wasn't.
Apparently it wasn't. Back then, I mean, I believe I said it on the interview, maybe not.
I thought you did.
Back then, I didn't care about wearing condom, not wearing condom. I was always wearing a condom back then. It was like a no-brainer. I just knew the HIV was a thing, so I always wore a condom. That doesn't happen today. But back then I was, so I never cared about the virus. I didn't think to get tested until my man at the time, I found out that he was cheating. I think I said the story where the guy walked up on me and said, you know, Kenny is his boyfriend or whatever. So because of that particular instance, I was like, I should get tested.
Oh, you didn't say that.
And then I found out that I was negative, and I still am today. And I found out that he was positive.
How?
We never really knew what happened.
That's what I think the viewers.
You mean how he got it?
No, how did you find out that he was? Because you said you got tested because you got cheated, but you didn't get tested because you found out that he had it. How
I got tested first.
And he told you.
We both got tested at the same. I'm sorry.
Oh, you didn't say that.
What,
You didn't say that, y'all guys.
what am I saying that's missing? Y'all thinking I went and didn't go with him? I'm
He
sorry.
cheated. He got tested, which led you to go and get tested. That's what I thought.
No, somebody walked up to him and told him that he was.
I remember that part.
They thought that you were saying
Everybody
that
is confused.
Your records of what you got. You thought you got.
We both went to the clinic after I found out that he got tested. We both walked into the clinic together as two adult men at that particular time.
Okay.
I got tested, got my results. He got tested, didn't want to walk out the office, but he came out the office. And I already knew that something was wrong because the guy was talking to him like, you could come back. We got counseling, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, okay, well, clearly something's wrong. And we both walked out the facility together. He started crying. And that's it.
And you think you told us that in the interview?
I didn't think I had to, but I guess y'all was confused.
Everybody had
I
different
cleared it
stories?
up. We all clear now. We all clear.
You
Yeah,
guys stayed together for a little bit longer.
yeah, like 3 months or something like that. Wes, you got so lucky to be interviewed by cousin Ali and Mega. This was an amazing interview.
stars.
Ali really has to dissect everything. Woo!
Don't he? Wait a minute.
Listen, appreciate y'all for doing the interview. I thought it was cool, but hey,
I appreciate you for letting us do the interview.
Yeah.
I know we was all up in your beard.
no, it really didn't. It didn't make me know. It didn't make me.
I thought it was a great interview. I really enjoyed Trips and Megs. I enjoyed everybody. Everybody was like so many different dynamics. I enjoyed Kellington and the Days because it was just like really, really like intimate. Yeah.
Shout out to Trip for the idea.
Thanks for allowing us to do that because I think the viewers got to know us a little bit more. Corday and
Beeman Gate Cruise Party on Virgin Voyages, westernfriends.com. We have 231 men coming on this cruise. Y'all are gonna miss an amazing time. This has never been done before for black folk, really. And then on Virgin Voyages at that, it's adult only cruise. So it's gonna be a great time. Kellington is gonna be on board, Trip is on board, Meg is on board. We will be there. Sherrod is on board. It's gonna be a fun time.
We in there.
lot of lube,
You know,
lot
it's
of
always the first one that you missed that you're gonna hear a lot about. Y'all gonna hear a lot about it. And it's gonna be dope.
Do you
And
bring a lot of lube like on trips like this or?
I don't. But I'm sure some of the guys will. And shout out, and real quick, I have to shout out to the B-Men because some of the B-Men watch Culture Club. It's a great community of men out here. Like, really, it is. I don't know if y'all are in the chat, but I know I sent y'all the message to be in the chat. But these men are of all ages, all body size, all colors, all roles, all financial standing, and it's not been a conversation about sex. It's not been no nude pictures, nothing of that. It's all about connection,
Brotherhood.
traveling, getting to know people, and we building bonds. I went out with a group of them last night in Decatur, and I never go to freaking Decatur, but because they were out there, they went to this place called Choo Choo's, and I met them out there and had a great time. Great bunch of guys. So if you haven't booked yet, there's cabins available, VIPs available. It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah. Well, say something before you go on.
Go ahead.
I want to give you your flowers for creating this space for the guys to get together and hang out, because outside of the destination trips, you guys, well, we get up. I've only been to one, but Tyrese has been. We've had a great time, great energy, dope vibe. So I appreciate you creating that space. And for anybody who is in the room who has not been to one of the activities, y'all should definitely go. It's definitely a dope group of guys. They're all friendly. They all love on you.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the times we think about, people in general sometimes think about all the stereotypes that naturally are associated with groups of men getting together. Oh, it's gonna be a F fest. Oh, it's gonna be this. Oh, it's gonna be that. Yeah. Whatever. And it wasn't that. Tyrese came on my cabin trip some years back, and it was not an F fest. We had a great time, and he's coming on my cabin trip this week, actually.
Cabin trip. And
it's gonna be lit. The cabin is, I only do luxury, only do quality. That's right. And we about to have a great time. There's still, by the time y'all see this episode, we would have,
but I do want to say this, because I don't know if it's a preconception or whatever, but when people think of cabin trips, they automatically think sex. When I tell people, they be like, oh, you finna get it cracking. I be like, no, it's not like that.
When a whole bunch of gay niggas get together, it's gonna be sex. Now, y'all might not have seen it happen, but behind closed doors, it was something going down. Yeah, I'm not. Most of the cabin trips that I seen on Twitter.
Oh shit!
I just got invited to one.
Yeah, but even the one I went to.
So mine was different. My first cabin trip that I went to, it was so dope. No, the first night we got in the house, it was so dope. They had this big old crowd, boy. They had crowds all over the table.
Oh my God!
We went horseback ride.
Oh Lord!
We went and did like the rapids. It was so dope. Like, we really had a great time, and it was so much eating and carrying on. Every time you went, I don't know how anybody would have been able to do anything. You know,
that
I was at the table.
Wes,
good.
Trust me.
Oh, what you say?
That's what we was talking about. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to be mindful and not cook too much, but
you know what? I've always been a proponent on breaking the stereotypes, even though people are always going to be ignorant and slow, because a lot of y'all are slow.
Oh, Lord.
Every time gay people get together, it's not always about sex, and it don't always have to be about sex. And the events that I throw aren't always about sex. Actually, none of them have ever been about sex.
Right.
Tyrese went to Palm Springs. It wasn't about sex. Tyrese came to the cabin trip. It wasn't about sex. Tyrese came on my cruise trip. It wasn't about sex.
Now, did Tyrese have sex?
Did you have sex?
No.
So Tyrese came on all of those trips.
And that's the thing, like, can people not be adults in their room?
I'll be good.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has sex.
And just because
That is not okay.
And just because I'm on the ship and I'm doing adult things, that's not a reflection of the crew.
Right.
Some things going down.
It's just a reflection of the community.
Talking about.
It's just a reflection of the community, is what it is.
Yeah, and that's just.
It's a stereotype. It's not always true, but it is what people.
Well, let's not sex same too. We are grown, and if you want to have you some sex, yeah. However, you don't want to be in an environment where you feel pressured to have sex like it's a big orgy. I think that's the.
Look at all these videos that are going viral about Pride and DC Pride, where it's like, I don't want to go because it's all about sex. It's all about.
But that's not what I saw. I think those people that really want to
this could be true at the same time.
When I
go to the parade,
I didn't go to anything in DC this time, but I've been to DC Pride before. It has nothing to do with sex. It's parties. This party, that party. You barely have time to get your life together.
I wouldn't say nothing.
Go back to the hotel, get yourself together.
You go out,
honestly, it's really a problem, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better, because at the end of the day, people still think the way that they think, and it's just really problematic, and it's just slow mental behavior.
I think they just want to know that it's a safe environment where they don't have to feel forced to do sexual activity.
Can I just say this? Everybody has a choice. If you want to go on the cruise and just have fun, people just do that. If you want to go on the cruise and have your little sex, have you some sex, don't shit on them people's sheets. He understood.
I like how you wrap it
Even
up.
with the cabin trips that we see on Twitter, when we look at those cabin trips, we know that they're content trips of content creators going. That's what it's for. It's curated for them.
videos of them playing.
We can't say that that's not the stereotype of our community, though. The stereotype
it's
of our
not.
community is that it's sexual. Right?
That's a subsection of guys who are doing OF, and that is what they choose to do. They promote it so that people.
Unfortunately, whether it's on OnlyFans or not on OnlyFans, like he said, our community does have a
we
And at the end of the day, it's very sad. If you are one of those people that stereotypically thinks that way about your people, you're slow, ignorant, and need to be helped. But it doesn't, because every situation, at the end of the day, every situation is not about sex. And I get passionate about it because just because I did OnlyFans, everybody think that all I am about sex. I guarantee you ain't had sex with me. And so it's just like, I don't know. And even with you saying in community, oh, all the people are about sex, all about sex. Like, it's just but at the same time,
everybody got different experiences. Most of the times when I go on places and I ain't the hottest nigga, it's always a sexual thing. Ain't nobody just wanted to place.
But to think that every gay person or everybody, all it is about sex is problematic.
We just
it's
can't
very
say that that's
problematic.
not, regardless if it's right or wrong, we can't say that's not the stereotype of it.
But because it is the stereotype is a problem, and because we carry that stereotype, it's gonna always be a problem. And if anybody comes to me with that stereotypical bullshit, you're gonna get heat from me because you're slow, you're ignorant, and you're stupid. That's it.
Here's the thing, though. Like, honestly, no shade. Even though I do OnlyFans, but I'm not always an overly sexual person. I don't like to have sex all the time. 9 times out of 10, if we're going to somebody's party, whether it's a kickback, whether it's a party, at some point in time, it's going to turn into something sexual.
When?
Now, we have
Why
you been to West Party? Your party's gonna turn on today.
That's one thing that was said about. That was one thing that was said about my parties that it pissed me off.
Yeah, that's not.
And then everybody's like, is this gonna be a sex party, bitch? No, it's not gonna be no sex party. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, well, I will say that this week's cabin trip, we are gonna have a great time, but it feels more like we're building a relationship bonds and a brotherhood, right?
I don't know none of these people.
Oh well, it's
So it's not a friend.
That's why I was shocked.
Don't get popping.
In their bedroom, sure.
Has every party I've been to ended in sex? No.
It is what it is.
But does a lot of them do?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it when we have dark rooms in our clubs. That's just telling you something.
That's what
the Bulldogs putting up sheets now.
They got a
Bulldogs putting up sheets.
I went to Eagle. I went to Eagle. They said you go upstairs. They sucking dick upstairs.
The Eagle is a different type of club.
No, I don't do that. No,
hold on, but the Eagle is a different type of club. The basis of the Eagle is like a leather fetish type club. We have infiltrated that club and turned it into what we want to. They had a vision. They were established long before they moved into there. We went over there.
We are the community.
We weren't the community. We weren't the community that they catered to. And now we want to get in there and say, oh my God, they sucking dick over here. Oh my God, I didn't know they did it. The Eagle has been this type of club. You went because you want to see it.
Baby, I was surprised. If you've been to a deviant party or any type of party like that, you see dick sucking.
Well, I don't know about everybody else. Everybody else can think what they want to think, but if you come to my house, you're not fucking in my house. If you come to my house, it's not a sex party at the end of my game night. Last people that came to my game night, it wasn't no goddamn sex. We didn't think about sex. If you go to my cabin trips, it's not a sex trip. If you go to my cruises, it's not a cruise fest. Think better about your people. Period. Shout out to the sponsorship, Celebration in a Can. Bright, bold, built for the party. Juneteenth. Go to juneteenth.com. Wardrobe theme today, black with gold or silver. Look around the room. Let me know who y'all feel. Yeah. Look like one arm, big group.
Somebody should have turned around on one.
This is episode 505. Main topic: white men disrespecting black culture and black men not saying anything against it. Is that what we're talking about?
That's what we're talking about.
Who put this in there?
I was like, wait a minute. Okay, it's really okay.
I'm actually glad that we went back to that we made this a topic because we touched on the Kevin Hart roast, right?
Yeah.
And I remember the last time we talked about it, the emphasis was what Kevin did not do or what we would have liked for him to do or whatever. But I wanted to point out that there were several black men and black women in that room on the stage and in the audience. And I don't feel like us, the media, the people, we pushed enough emphasis on those black people either.
I think the reason why it wasn't pushed on them per se the most was because it wasn't their roast, and the person that was headlining or the headliner of the roast is a black prominent figure. And so I did hear about Cheryl Underwood and about all the other people, the other Tiffany Haddish and them not saying anything. I did hear it, but the main person was black. Why does black culture get copied, mocked, and profited from Trip?
I mean, because black is dope. Like the swag, we just do everything better. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I think they copy it, they mock it. I lived in Korea for 3 years. There's so many Korean people who take the culture on and they want to do the fashion, they want to do the style, because it's just everything else is bland.
Yeah.
All right. Kellington, same question. Talk to the mic, baby.
I mean, that's basically the same thing that he just said. Like, I feel like we just add a lot of seasoning to everything. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that extra. It's just the extra piece that we just put into just to make it just everything better. Like, I don't even think that there's something. What we bring to the table, I don't even think you could describe, because there's so much. You know what I mean? I feel like we are like. Everything, because black is everything, baby.
Gym
I got so much to say, but
I think black people do everything better. I mean, I'll break it down.
Please do. Break it down, brother.
We got sports, right? We do sports better. Acting.
The best.
Sex.
There's some good white
They
actors.
love that black.
Do y'all want to throw something out there?
Not saying that they not.
Working, fashion, singing, everything that cooking,
Give us a note.
cooking. I gotta let it come flow. I gotta let it flow. That's a lot of pressure.
Inventions.
Inventions, everything. Like, yeah, we're lit.
When does appreciation become appropriation, disrespect, or exploitation?
I think it becomes appropriation, disrespect, and exploitation when we are pretty much taunted or told that something's too ghetto, but then they go and put a new name on it and try and turn it around to make it high fashion. Just like, it was a few days ago, I just saw a post. Damn, what was it?
Sheba Sheree?
No, girl. It was something to do with hair. It was something like it was regular cornrows, but they called them something else. They gave them a different
tried to
name.
rename them.
Yeah, they try to rename it and try to make it more high fashion. But I'm like, we've been doing this shit forever. But I can say shit on YouTube.
Yes.
We've been doing this shit forever, but it was always a problem when we did it, and it was always too woke. But now that y'all turn around and put a different name on it, now it's high fashion, and it's the new trend for y'all.
Ade, do you know any non-black people that act very black?
How do you act the race?
It's very easy.
How?
When you say act black, do you mean using ebonics or just?
No, I wouldn't go there. But
Okay.
we know. So I know some white people that have
Culturally,
black
like,
swag to them.
Okay, like the swag.
They dress urban. Their mannerisms are urban. I mean,
Is that wrong?
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
Okay,
we can
so-
dig into it.
Okay, so with me as a person, if they do it, that's fine. But me trying to date someone that is not black, I don't want to see you do that. I want to see you being white as you are.
You know what?
Would you consider it to be appropriation, disrespect, or exploitation?
I would say that's appropriation. And if you're using it to promote your business without giving credit, I would say that's
So
exploitation.
pretty much don't be Miley Cyrus.
There you go.
Okay.
So for me, it's more of a problem when I don't know that it's authentic, and I don't know, like, have you really grew up around this? This is what you know, or this is something you picked up you think is cool. So that right there would determine whether how I felt about it. If you are authentic in it, because if you're authentic in it, all I can do is respect how you grew up, where you came from. I can only respect that.
So that means you can allow him to use the
But if you
N-word.
so,
Hell no.
no, we don't do that.
I mean, that's part of it. If it's authentic, if it's coming from a place of authenticity,
No, but it's no better than
if it's
that.
coming from a place of no harm, then he can use the N-word.
You could never use the N-word.
You
Can't
have
never
to be
do
West.
that.
Nah.
You come in and have a seat right here.
Different.
We still
different
filming.
And that's true, right? I've lived in a lot of different places and across the map. And honestly, different places calls for different things. Like I'm from Jersey, New York area, and we don't determine urban as being black, right? That's just
Where you
that's
from?
just
Which
what it
area
is.
that
That's where
you
you
from,
from, right? And I grew up. Some of my best partners is white, right? Because we all grew up, and so you can tell it's authentic because it's in the mannerisms, it's in the characters. You can tell when somebody's like, "Oh, what's up, my nigga?" and it doesn't, but it rolls up. And I'm gonna tell you, so these white people do say nigga, right? And we with hood niggas, we with all types of different people, which no one feels nothing about it because it's how we all grew up. We know him. Now, have another outsider come in and say it, they may deem it different because maybe it's a bias to it because we know the people with him. But
So
I
if,
just
if
think
the
it's
white
different.
person grew up in the hood, they could say nigga.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the difference?
It's not. It's not that they can't say it. It's just that it's a
That's
part
what I'm
of their
saying. That's what
environment.
culture.
When we say it to each other, when we say
One person at a time. One person at a time.
when we say it to each other, we're not
Hold
deeming
on,
it as
let him
black.
talk, let
You're
him
black,
talk, let
I'm
him
black.
talk.
In today's time, it's a terminology, right? And if I deem you to, if you're picking, it just makes sense. If you critically think, it makes sense. If they picking up every other terminology because this
That's
is what
true.
we're growing up and just doing and just
It's not right, but it's true.
they're not even thinking of it as
Okay,
now,
okay,
should
okay.
they is a different should
Okay,
they
should
is
they
a different
is a
argument.
different- right,
I'm
should
talking
they?
about do
They
they,
should.
and not
Okay.
everyone takes offense to it. I'm just
Okay.
saying I grew up that way.
Megan, you hit the buzzer.
So this is the problem that I have with us, right? We're outraged about certain things, but we partake in and make excuses for them on one hand. The only difference between the Kevin Hart situation is their club is a money club. Y'all is a culture, or we grew up around each other. I don't care whether we grew up around each other or not.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't care if you act urban or black or whatever you want to call it. In my presence,
Do not use that.
you
word.
will not call anybody and you're not going to even act or gesture like you're going to do that. If you do,
Speak to the mic.
that while you're talking to Trip, I'm coming with a left hook and I'm going to knock you out so that you know that you can never say that in my presence again.
As I said, different places is different.
I feel like they should respect us on that. It's so much history with that word. If you can't just eliminate that word, you can't be around
My
me. Why do
boy,
you have
my-
to
my
say
something. Say
my
something
nigga?
else.
You know what I'm saying? Say my boy. Say, like, you can respect us. You don't say everything around your boss, around people that you respect. So it's like you gotta say my nigga because you from the hood.
Yeah, I think they waiting on.
No respect for the
Who
black
hit the
race.
buzzer on your side?
I think they're waiting for that okay to do
they're
something.
not gonna
do
But
it.
let
Well, they
me
don't-
finish. Let me finish. I was on Twitter one day and I heard the lady say, "Give me that nigga dick," and he gave to her the dick. You know, it's like it was okay.
That's so serious. At all.
I would've said,
It was topic too, because this can get a little lengthy. I feel
see how I
like
broke it up.
in
We're
the
gonna get
past.
part two of this.
Are black men too quiet when white men disrespect black
Yes.
culture? I think we talking about it now with the whole Kevin Hart situation. I think he definitely should have shut that whole thing down, and there's nothing that Kevin Hart can say. I saw he did a thing on the Breakfast Club. What was I supposed to do? To cuss him out? What was I supposed to do? Yeah, you were supposed to do something.
You mean wait? You mean there at the time they was doing it?
So what?
Yeah.
This is on
He
Netflix.
could have got up there and said, "Yeah, I heard that shit
Sure.
you said about Floyd, man. He brought your mouth." It could have been a joke. It could have been.
Sure,
But on the thing, real quick, and we're gonna go to you.
Cool.
We're gonna go to you real quick. A perfect example was made by a black woman. I don't know the white man's name, but it was another roast.
Yep.
And the white person said something that the headliner was white, that the white man didn't care about. He came up on the stage, went to the podium, and said, "Don't say that again."
It was about his wife. When Tom Brady,
There was Tom Brady.
He did go to the point.
And so at the end of the day, hey, right place, right time to tell somebody what not to do.
But two things can be true at one time because Tom is also white.
Like I said,
Kevin
right
Hart is
place.
white at this point.
But look, well, let's not forget the point of a roast. It's like a no hold bar type thing. It's the thing
point of
where
comedy is
you
the
are
fact that you
supposed to
can say
say
whatever.
something that you normally wouldn't or can't, and you feel a comfortable space to do so.
What's the point?
Before we move forward,
say
I got one question to ask the whole panel, starting with Ade and ending with Mega Body. Do you feel like Kevin Hart should have said something in that moment?
Yes, and I want that was why I hit my buzzer.
Well, just answer that real quick, and I'm gonna come back to
right.
you. So yes, Corday.
Yes.
Yes.
It would have been nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Reluctant.
All right. So now we're gonna go back to you.
So the reason why I feel like Kevin is gaslighting us is because words on the street was before you go on stage, you proofread everything.
Right.
You have a whole meeting. You do a proof. They said he proofread that shit. He proofread that shit and told them to take one or two things out and go ahead and still say what he wanted to say. So Kevin knew exactly what that guy was going on stage to say. So he's just using that as an excuse to gaslight us. But we know because we're entertainment. You proofread this shit before you go on stage.
Yep.
Trip, are black men too quiet?
my books.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What you get? Go ahead.
It's okay.
No, go ahead, baby.
What I was gonna say was I was just gonna piggyback off what he said. He was saying it's all comedy. There's a thin line between comedy and pure ignorance and hatred. Why would you use somebody's death to try to make a laughable moment? That man, his family literally caught a stray, and they got to relive that joke over and over again. So I felt like it was very untasteful. So yes, I do agree that Kevin could have said something. Somebody could have went on that stage and said something right in that moment because it could have became a teachable moment for that man. That's all I was gonna add to it.
All right.
Go ahead.
Trip, are black men too quiet when white men disrespect black culture?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes they are. You know what I mean? Like, and it's the whole thing with rap music too. You know, I did see a concert where, you know, one of the artists that was performing told the audience, like, don't say the nigga word. But it's kind of like a thing. You put this music out, they buy your music, and it's like, we got to skip the word nigga. They putting it in the music.
Yeah, that's difficult.
Letting people buy it. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, okay, when we in your presence, but they saying nigga when they ain't around you. But I feel like if you in my presence and you somebody who my friend and respect me, just refrain from saying the word. It's certain words that I wouldn't call you or your mama. You know what I'm saying? Or my boss. So it's just like, it's a respect thing.
Megabody, why do some black men ignore it, laugh it off, or avoid speaking up?
I think there's many different reasons, but one of the reasons is we've learned how to survive and adapt. We're used to discrimination. We're used to getting slighted and all these things, and we still have to. When you have a white boss and he say racist thing, you still have to pay your bills. Our grandparents and our parents, they grew up in a different time where just because you had a feeling, you know, you didn't just quit your job. And so things look different. We've become more progressive where people are taking legal action and getting proof, but those things were not always there. You had no real ground to stand on in those things. But I do think more currently, I'm going to say we scared. We scared. Yeah. Because there are lots of things that are going on, not just people saying the N-word. There are young men and women going missing every day. There are people being hung right here in Georgia. There are all types of things going on, and we scared.
Yeah. I did hit my buzzer. I want to piggyback off that. You ended it off. All right. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like there's so many men that's pussy right now. Don't nobody want to stand up and be a man. Like back in the day, we had people that was willing to die for our causes and things like that. We don't have nobody like a Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. Everybody just worried about their own family and they worry about their own check. They ain't about to strike because they got to feed their family. And they don't care about the bigger cause. It's all about self-preservation.
Okay.
It's kind of.
I think it's that I think you are right 100%, but that's because everyone's waiting for that next person to be the one to be that martyr for the community. Because if we have that respect and we really feel that way, then you will be that one that's ready to die to go and martyr. You know, if we really want to, and not just you personally. I'm just saying that overall mindset. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I can't sit here and say, oh, we don't have no Malcolm X or no Martin Luther King if I'm not willing to be the Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Yeah. I can't expect you to go fight for my rights if I'm not fighting for my own rights. You know?
I will say that we do, and I'm gonna get to you. We do have some people.
No, I do.
9798.
I do agree. We have some people as well.
We do have some people because when I go and I see these what's the word I'm looking for? Protests, these hearings, these people are out here on the microphone on the stage. These are some prominent socialites and influencers that are using their voices.
They don't promote it.
They ain't loud enough.
Right.
I mean, so much so to the point that a lot of these states are getting flipped. Like, if y'all, did you vote?
Yeah, I voted.
Okay, great. I was about to say, if you would have said no, there are a lot of states flipping from red to blue because of these influencers that are making a difference. I'll just say that. Go ahead. You hit
I
your
just want
buzzer.
to say that they are around. If you follow social media and you see the stuff, there are a lot of call to action events or marches or peaceful protests. They go to the Capitol. They do all kinds of things, and it's not just here in Georgia.
Yeah, it's
other
all over.
cities,
Yeah,
right. But the reality of it is our circumstances, or whether it's in circumstance, meaning we still have to work, we still have to go to feed our families. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't show up. Or it's at the time where I'm getting off of work and I'm tired, or you feel like, oh, they'll take care of it, they'll get it. I remember there's several times when we've done these things and I'm like, dang, why can't we get more people to participate in it? But everybody has their own different things going on. Yeah. But they're there, and they call for us to come help all the time.
Yeah. You hit your buzzer.
I was just going to just kind of piggyback off what y'all saying about people being scared to actually be on the front lines. It's crazy that as a society we have regressed so much that we're almost like back in the fucking 50s.
Yeah.
It seems like we're like repeating Jim Crow all over again.
There we are.
Like, and I don't think overall as a community, I don't think we're ready for it at all. But shout out to the people that are making a difference, that are making sure that their voices are heard, and that are flipping the votes in our favor. Topic number 3. Does attraction make some black men excuse disrespect? It's interesting.
Can I get some clarity on that?
Right.
What is
that's deep.
Like you're saying that I would allow Tom Brady to say something racist to me because he's attractive?
Because he's attractive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it's like a thing where you at work, where it's a thing, sexual harassment versus flirting. If the nigga sexy and he hot and he flirting with you at work, grabbing your booty behind the desk, it's not sexual harassment. But as soon as that ugly fat nigga who been there for 15 years,
I'm going to HR.
You going to HR because he flirting with you and telling you you're beautiful. So the pretty factor do has something. Like if you sexy, you
so would you let a sexy white man talk to you?
Oh hell no, not me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people that if you look good, you get them passes.
Real quick, take a second. Everybody on the panel, think about a moment where you've allowed that to happen.
Well, I've allowed disrespect to happen.
Because it was attractive.
I don't allow disrespect to happen in my space at any given time.
So I didn't allow disrespect to happen, but I still had sex with somebody that I knew was toxic and somebody I did not want because he was still attractive. Yeah. So he was telling me that he was a toxic individual and that he's crazy and he's doing this. Now, normally it would have just been like, I'm not attracted to that. I don't have drama in my life, none of that. So I'm not with that. But did we still go and fuck? Yeah, we did because he still...
yeah, had sex. Yes.
But I don't know that
we did have sex because he was attractive. Had it been an ugly person doing that, it would have been.
But is it in relation to disrespect to race?
Really, because
was he racially disrespectful, culturally disrespectful?
And I don't know that that's a problem. There are a lot of people that you say, "Oh no, he or she got good sex, but I don't want to be with them. I just want to have sex with them." And you go and do. And y'all may have sex for years, but you continue to create boundaries. Hey, you don't belong to me and I don't belong to you. We're going to say that drama for them over there. All I want you is after dark.
So would you, so are you saying that applies to you, or are you saying that people do that?
In general, people do this all the time.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not having sex with no redneck. I'm sorry. Ain't no redneck coming to my house.
It's not racist. I'm just saying
in general.
I'm just saying in general.
Okay.
We bypass certain things. Like I may know that you beat up all your boyfriends. I may never become your boyfriend,
except for one.
But I may still want to enjoy a sexual experience with him.
Gym shoes. Are some men more forgiving when the disrespect comes from someone they are attracted to?
I think so.
Does that apply to you?
No, I don't really tolerate disrespect. If something make me feel uncomfortable, I just leave. Or if I feel like I'm disrespected, no matter what traits that I may enjoy, and I have enjoyed some traits that I, and I was like, damn. Right? I remember I was talking to this guy. He was like, straight deal or whatever. And he would just always talk crazy, but then when he get in my presence, you know, he cool. And I was like, bro, you so disrespectful, like the way you talk grimy, you know what I'm saying? I really can't mess with a person like you, like how you move. So I ended that situation.
Was this a Caucasian DL?
No, this was
because I ain't never been with no white person.
Yeah, is this only related to Caucasians?
We're talking about the disrespect between white and black.
I definitely wouldn't disrespect that with white.
It's not just white.
Period. Though,
because a lot my
Asian people are racist too.
racist.
The worst experience I ever had was in Korea. You know what I'm saying? I went into a jewelry store to buy some jewelry. They just ignored me, and it really hurt my feelings. And I'm like, yo, they didn't look, and I was just like. I've never experienced that in America, so people are racist everywhere.
You bought right back out of that jewelry store with all your money still in your pocket.
I didn't care about the money. I wanted the jewelry. That hurt.
Fuck that. Why would you spend money on people that bump that? Why would you spend money at a place where you feel value?
You know, just the fact we didn't even get to spending the money. He wouldn't even acknowledge me. He just ignored me. I'm like, yo.
That is a crazy awkward feeling.
Initially, like that,
and I couldn't cuss him out because I couldn't say "fuck you" in Korean.
Yeah, but
South Korea.
But I think until you experience something for yourself, you can listen all day until I'm black and blue. But until you experience something for yourself, you have know exactly how that can make you feel or what it's like. Because remember, I was telling y'all and I was talking to y'all about when y'all was saying like how you kind of came in contact with police and being pulled over. I'm like, I ain't never scared to get pulled over by the police. I'm cool.
Y'all ran me through that episode.
Yeah. But then
we love cops. Cops are amazing.
I mean, I empathize, but I just couldn't understand until recently about a month ago, I experienced and I never feel fear for my life so much just by getting pulled over. The cop was so aggressive. I'm literally like, oh my gosh, is this my last day on earth? You know what I'm saying?
Tyrese, how many times have you ever come in contact with cops in your life?
Many times. Yeah.
This is the first time that you've experienced that?
First time
because
I experienced
I want to be clear, and I want y'all to go back and watch the episode. All I said was, officers are also human, and every officer is not abusive to their position of authority. That is what I said.
Yeah, but I think I hope I didn't feel like I demean y'all experience from not experiencing myself. I was like, I just didn't know how that feels, so I couldn't relate. I was like, it can't be that bad, and probably in my head, but until I experienced that, I was like,
yeah. For
whoa.
me, going back to that episode, I walked away of the understanding that what I go through is not important, and it doesn't happen because the way y'all made it seem, the way I heard it.
Am I y'all?
Yep. Ooh. Everybody that was on that episode, and I can't remember everybody that was on that episode because I think I had a conversation with him after the end of that episode.
Not everybody so because then that went out.
But it's a thing that happens, right? Every time, and yes, all cops are not bad. We understand that. All cops are not evil. We understand that. But in all 30 experiences that I've had with cops, all 29 have been evil, hellish. I was feared for my life. So yes, that's cool. Whenever I see a cop, I don't want to see them. I don't want to be around them. And that's okay because that's my experience. And so I just wanted to make sure that was understood, that people do have those experiences and people do have to live through that. And it's a blessing that you only had one time in your life to have that happen to you.
I just want to say something before we end the cop thing. My stepmother was a police officer in Cleveland, Ohio, and I seen her mental state change from when she started becoming a police officer to the time that she retired. The things that she went through, and she's a good woman. She got spit in her face, men disrespect her, she got slapped.
Urine thrown on me, everything.
It was like the disrespect that she got. And just me knowing her growing up, I just seen it a little different. I'm not saying that cops fuck y'all. It's like
bump y'all.
Fake down. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, seeing that experience from my stepmother that just was pulling somebody over and getting slapped by a man that spit in her face, or it made me see things different from that side.
I have the same regard with cops as you do because I get terrified even just seeing a cop down the road. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I get terrified because of my experiences.
That's sad.
And, I'm not going to say his name, but I have an uncle that's a cop, right? And, my mother's side is Puerto Rican, so they're Spanish. And I've heard him and relating to race, I had to pull over these black guys, and just the way he talks about them lets me know his mindset when he's out there. And and this is a calm situation when you're talking to us about it. I can imagine being out there while you're, with the black guys that you so-called. So I know firsthand on how it's anecdotal, right? I see it in my own, in my own life. You feel me? And I don't agree with that. So.
Yeah,
but I think the hard part that I have from this is, of course y'all know I mentioned it before. I used to be an officer myself, but I think we seem to compartmentalize things differently. Officers are no different from anything that we do in any walk of life. When you go into a restaurant and a white person is cooking your food, you're comfortable with eating it. They may not like black people and they may be doing something to your food, but you still go in there and eat it. We support all these white businesses and we know how they feel about us, but we go and spend our money.
I understand what you're saying. Well, I understand what you're saying, but there's two completely different scenarios that we're talking about here. We have one scenario where my life is in jeopardy and has been filmed multiple times, where cops are just not giving a F about it, and they really abuse their power. If it became a thing that if you go into a Chinese place and they killing black people, it would be a thing. But we see it. We see it oftentimes. And again, if you are black and have not had these experiences, bless your heart. But it is terrifying. And I would say to all of the cops and the cops you said you were a cop, you're not a cop no more, but anybody that's a cop, do not abuse your power. I feel like your responsibility is to help provide safe environments, defend, protect. That is your responsibility. And I feel like if you can't do that, then stop being a cop.
Then stop being a cop.
That's just how I feel about it.
Between that Chinese person is that they have no authority over anything. They can't do nothing to me. You know what I mean? Like, this guy can, unlawfully arrest me.
And if you don't know your rights,
for them to believe me than him, right? And then they also, it's not just like every other job, because I didn't sign an oath. I didn't sign my name on an oath. You know what I mean? To vow that I was going to protect and serve.
Yeah, right.
I was going to do under the name of God and all this other stuff, whatever's in that oath, whatever. So there's a difference. And if you're writing to that, if you're signing your name to that, I think you should respect that.
Topic number 4. What is the difference between loving black culture and using black culture? Kellington.
Loving black culture and using, I feel like you use black culture when you are making a profit out of it. I feel like you love black culture when you just give to the culture, you feed into the culture. When you're taking away from the culture for a profit, I feel like that's the situation right there.
Another question for the panel, anybody can take it. What's the difference between loving black culture and using black culture? Do you think that Lemuel Plummer, the owner of the Zeus Network, is loving black culture or using black culture?
It. Definitely using.
Is he black?
Yeah, black.
I just think he's exploiting it.
I think it's a combination. It's a combination of both. I think I said this before. It is a negative. He is exploiting a negative side of certain people within the community. Which anything you do that's negative reflects the whole community. That's just what we allow to happen.
But I mean, it's a reflection
of
what's going on.
Finish. But I also think that he's creating job opportunities for people who would never see this type of money.
But he could do it another way too. There could be another.
There's nowhere in the world or no way that we would have a Sexy Red had these doors not been open. Let's just be real. She is not someone. She was a little girl who never saw anyone that looked like her making money and being their authentic self. Now we have it. I'm not saying that I like it. I couldn't tell you one Sexy Red song, right? But I can respect that these people who would never be in this tax bracket and making the type of money that they make, I can respect it and I can understand it. I understand why the girls get on Atlanta Housewives and all these different shows and they play up for the camera.
I get what you're
saying. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I get what you're saying, but for me, when we talk about Lemmy and his situation, it's the fighting and the abuse between black people. I don't care about.
It's not only that, though. The question is the difference between loving the black culture or using the black culture.
You can't love the black culture if you're doing that too.
He has a new show coming out where it's going to be co-ed, right, with guys and girls. And in the video, he says, "Hey guys, I know this is what you guys want, right? I know this is what the culture wants. So I'm going to use what y'all want to give y'all to give it more. Right? That's what this culture is fighting.
Everybody is watching it.
So it is exploitation.
That's what y'all want to see. Because when everybody, y'all not watching the OWN network, y'all not watching all these.
I mean, I watch it too, but it's not right.
Because
If that therapy
One
show-
person at
if
a
that
time. One person at a time.
If that therapy show that old boy was talking about earlier, where his healing and stuff was popular, and that was the top notch, that's what he was doing. Love Island was the biggest show. Then Love Cabin came out afterwards, right? That's exploiting the culture, right? It's what it is, and using that because I see they're making money to come and bring it. That's all it is. There's no loving the black culture at all.
And I just want to add one thing. If you've ever been on the network that he has, what's it called, Zeus? You'll see that there were other shows. They wasn't getting watched.
Wasn't doing good.
They wouldn't get watched.
You can't complain about what they putting out if you're not watching when they try to put good content out. That's what people want to see. That's what they tuning in to view. They want to fight. It started way back in the day. The arguments, the shaking the table, the K Michelle, all of this, the Jocelyn. That's what people want to see. And I'm not gonna do a network if nobody watching it.
I still not love your culture.
I did Buzz.
Period.
You know, I watched the Zeus Network late last night. The Bad Boys. I felt so bad. They was just fighting for no reason. They were bullying. They were pressuring people. The one guy, I'm not even sure his name. He was on the phone with his he was on the phone with his granddad, I guess, and is having complications. They were so insensitive, and then he bullied him to feel like that. Hey, everybody voted you out the house, and you have to fight everybody that wants you out the house, and made him feel like he had to do that.
But he went on the show. He thought it was
I get it, but I thought, I was like, well, maybe let me get us a try. Let me see if it's some substance, to it.
There's
and
no
it just wasn't. And I felt
Just
like,
fighting.
damn. That's what we
sign up for this stuff. We know what it's like, right? We go to the interviews before we even get to sign our contracts, and we fighting people that we don't even know just to get on these shows.
So what you expect on?
They know the environment that they're going into. I don't know that I feel a way about
This
it.
is season 3, so they watch season 1. They watch season
But
2.
you're loving your people by doing that. Like,
But I
how
thought
do you
what
love
was
your
most
people?
surprising out of it, these are supposed to be bad boys, and to me, they were some pussies because some ussies. Some of them fighting with their head down or whatever. And then if you allowing somebody to bully you to fight, you are not a bad boy. I cannot be convinced. I cannot be peer pressured at the ripe age I am at now.
That's what
Come on, right?
That's
right. Come on, right?
I'm just saying. So in my eyes, I'm a bad boy. So I'm not sure. I was like, well, maybe they got different levels of bad boys, but these are some bitches doing what people want them to do, and it is so cringing that they breaking their hands. They going to the hospital. They really can't fight.
for clout.
They really can't fight.
They
Corday.
out so they can.
Honey, I be forgetting my own damn thoughts because when I be trying to talk to everybody, just keep going. They don't not
You
yield.
gotta hit that buzzer, baby.
I hit the buzzer
Long time.
a very long time ago. Again, as always, people railroad right over it.
Don't let people railroad over you. Stop letting them.
Corday, I have a question for you. Can white men be a part of the culture without feeling entitled to it?
Yes, you can be a part of the culture without feeling it. If you are a Caucasian person, that shows up in the way that you are showing allyship.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
You can be an ally without being entitled to what we have going on in our culture.
So that means when it's time to go to war, you step back. You get kicked with.
Hell no.
The culture.
When it's time to go to war, you need to be on the front line with us.
So what do that?
How do you interpret it?
I feel like if you could be a part of the culture without being entitled to it, it's like I could participate in the culture when
Talk to the mic.
I could participate in the culture when it's all good. I could dress like y'all, look like y'all, kick it and turn up at the picnic. But when it's time to stand on the front lines, I don't have to be there because I'm white. That's what it sounds like to me.
No, what I'm saying is no, you're not entitled to all the things that we have going on. You're not entitled to the praise. You're not entitled to all of that just because you're a white person. What I'm saying is you can be a part of our culture if you're showing allyship, if you're actually standing there with us. Yeah, if you want entitlement, you do need to be on the front lines and fight, but I'm not saying our culture need to offer these people entitlement.
Megabody, can white men be a part of the culture without feeling entitled to it?
I think they can. They definitely can. I think it's a thin line, right? And I do think that people can be that Caucasians can be allies and not be on the front line and not do all those things. There's several of them that speak out and say, hey, I don't think it's right. But they also have their safety stuff too. So,
I want to just.
and they also have their
You're going to be there kicking it with us, but when it's time to go to war, you stepping back. I'm not cool with that. If you're going to be in the fight, like it could be some people, white people marching with us. We need to show that it's not
I
just
think that sounds good, but their fight is not our fight, and our fight is not their
Let me
fight.
clarify, just make sure. So what I'm saying is, when I say allyship, don't just be an ally in front of the black person, but behind closed doors. If you see white people are saying certain shit, if white people are saying certain things that are racist towards black people, stand up and actually be an ally and say stuff. That's what I mean by that.
So I was saying, like, I don't know, say I'm working with Kevin Costner. He's a big name that we all know. Kevin may not be marching in his city, but he said on social media, hey, this is not right, whatever. Not necessarily that he has a black friend.
I live next door to black people.
Don't put words in my mouth.
I'm just saying.
Right, but he may be one of those ones who says, hey, this is not right, blah, 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 whatever. But he may not be the one that's on the front line. I think there are levels to this, and I do think that all positions have to be respected.
A day, and then gym shoes.
Yeah, so I agree with what you said. White people can partake in the culture. However, you have to respect the culture. You have to know your boundaries. You have to know where you belong. You got some conversations that if black people are having, you have to step aside. You can't say because you're in the culture, then you want to put your 1-2-1-2. It doesn't work that way. So respect is very important if you want to be partakers of the culture.
Gym shoes.
I think in the Caucasian culture with black culture, they can pretend, but they don't really have to do shit. And the reason why I'm saying that, as far as business, social media, they run everything. When you get through at the end of the day, we still gonna need them to be able to get our shows on the networks. We're still gonna be getting that check from a white person. When is it ever that we just getting a check from a black person directly because we own everything and we own something? That's very rare, because even when we do get that check from that black person still getting that check to pay us from a white person. So they're part of our culture, whether we want it or not.
Topic 5, how should black men defend the culture without being performative? What does real accountability look like when black culture is being disrespected? King.
Like my guy Trip was saying, just making sure whatever your front line is for you, right? I'm not saying you have to be out there and gun in hand and shooting people, you know what I mean? But, if it is your platform, if it is just saying something to that person in that direct moment, you know what I mean? I do think that that's what real accountability looks like, not when, like everyone else is saying, when we're in the room, then you think. I actually just seen a video today go viral about a dad correcting his son because he said the N-word to a black family. I don't know to who, one of the people in the black family. And the dad was, chastising him and telling him to apologize. We don't use that word, all this blah, 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 blah. Whatever case you be in. The comments was, like, oh, well, he had to learn it from home. And then the other comments is like, oh, good job, Dad. He learned, you feel me? I feel like in that moment, he took real accountability, right? It was something that I don't feel like it was performative. It looked like a dad that was concerned that his child disrespected somebody, and especially in that way. You know what I'm saying? So I just think you just need to speak up in that moment and not when everyone else is outraged about it, then that is bad.
How should black men defend the culture without being performative? Like Ade said, piggybacking off of what he said, not saying that he said this verbatim, but this is what I took from it. Know your place. If you white, be white. If you Hispanic, be Hispanic. If you black, be black. That's just how I feel about it. And then I'll put a little bit more sauce on that. I understand that where you grow up is how you are as a person, how you become as a person. Some people say that, black people that grow up in, rich families, they speak white or whatever the case may be. There's a certain respect that comes from being who you are as a person. So relish in that. Be proud of that. I'm very pro-black. I don't excuse black stereotypical behavior, but I'm very pro-black, and I don't want anybody that's not black acting like they are. I don't want anybody that's not black thinking that they can do whatever they want to do around me. It's not going to happen. And I don't have to be performative. I could just tell you that that's know your place. And that's just how I feel about it. I don't let anybody say the N-word around me. I don't even let anybody say the F-word around me. I had to end a very public connection with a very big celebrity because she thought that she was in the right by using the F-word. And I had to let her know that you're very in the wrong by doing that. And so that's just the me thing, though. Everybody can be different. Megabody, how should black men defend the culture without being performative?
I don't know. I think everybody handles things differently. And I really do think that this is a hard thing. I think, what Tyrese was just saying with, like, how the structure of this thing goes. And like I said, Jews run majority of the TV and stuff. So when you tee them off because you are defending, you have to die on that sword. You have to die on that hill, which means that certain people may not be invited to the table again. And I don't think it's fair to say, oh, well, you should have done this. All I can speak to is what I would have done in the situation. So I don't know. I think it's really hard to really say what somebody did. And I know we'll say, oh, I would have did this if I was in that situation. I would have at least got up and I would have went and told him, don't say that again. But the reality of it is you weren't in that position. Yeah. Like Kiki Palmer told Wendy, girl, the truth is you weren't there. The gag is you weren't there. The gag is.
Go ahead, Jim.
I think it's something that's easy to say versus when you're in that predicament. And when you were reading that, my first thought came, about Monique. When she tried to stand up for herself and say how I wasn't being paid to promote this movie, which is true, and then trying to fight for Netflix specials, getting paid, the same amount as your colleague that's Caucasian or whatever race. When we try to fight, we made examples out of how we get blackballed and how we're exiled. And for Monique, but for Monique's career to be so long and to be taken away in an instant, it's crazy. And she should have came with a better technique approach.
Just a lot of us agree with Monique. I think that we agreed and we understood what she was saying, right?
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
I did.
We really did.
Monique.
She was not being paid to do the promotion. We understood that she stood up and she said no. She created her boundary. We were okay with that. Everybody does not have to say no to that, because some people say you got to play the game for the long run, right?
Yeah.
But what really, really got us to looking at Monique is that she kept going on and on and on and on.
Where's she
and
going now?
and she called out people specifically and
Talk to the mic.
They didn't get her nowhere. Monique, man,
didn't get her nowhere.
She keep doing it 20 years later.
She's still doing it
what I'm
today.
saying? And I think that's a little crazy. You keep doing the same thing over and over. Like Monique, you got to play the program. You were acting. She thought she was bigger than. Well, that's why where she at right now. She thought she was bigger than the program. A lot of times we do things when we acting and doing film stuff. We have to do little extra ins and outs to promote our film, to push it further. She thought she was bigger. I'm not doing that. It's not in my contract. And it's just like, Monique, you could have went overseas to promote your film.
She could have.
The thing about that is we don't know exactly what that conversation was like with her. Mm-hmm. But what I will say is we don't have the right to determine when somebody should stop talking about how something affected them when it was something negative. We don't have the right to tell somebody.
Yeah, because when they should.
Well, we're not
right.
Let Corday finish, and we're not gonna stay on this Monique topic because
we don't have the right to tell somebody how long to be angry or upset or how long they should be calling people out if they feel like they have not got the proper apologies or to just do
it.
And she may never.
She's too tempted.
She may never get it, but at the end of the day, we don't have the right to tell her to be silent. Especially when we got actresses like
just keep it moving.
Especially when we have actresses like Taraji P. Henson coming out now doing the same damn shit, doing the same stuff that Monique was doing.
Doing the same thing.
She's pretty much doing the same thing. She's calling people out. She's calling people out for not having equal pay. She's calling people out for certain treatment on sets. Monique did the same thing. She's doing some of the same shit that Monique did, and now people are trying to.
It's similar.
Still some of the same stuff.
Have you seen Taraji in movies?
Praise her for it.
I've seen Taraji in movies, and I've watched Taraji talk about these things. It's different, and what I want to say is, yes, we have the right to make any decision that we want, but it's really funny how we pick and choose when we have a brain and when we don't.
Oh, lordy.
It's really, you don't have, you're manipulated. People are, what's the word we like to throw around? You're, gaslighting, all these kind of things. Yeah. So we'll do anything for a man. We'll do anything, and then we stand up, and then da da da.
Oh, we're gonna stop right there. We're gonna stop right there.
We're
The club has spoken. We're moving on.
You still with that?
We're moving on. The club has spoken. Should broke people be dating? This is a segment in Culture Club where we ask y'all, and y'all write y'all how y'all feel. Y'all give y'all 2 points in. The Royal Couch. Are you able to read your response? Can you read it from now?
I
don't
can.
think-
Oh,
okay.
sorry. Can you see it?
You can do it.
Okay. I don't think you should. Being broke is a mindset, and the word itself is something that needs to be fixed. And if you have that mindset and need to fix it, then I feel a relationship would not work out. So I think they should focus on self.
Corday, can you read the next one right below that, please?
This is nuanced. It depends on the situation and the feelings between those that are involved. A natural connection is a natural connection regardless of financial status.
King Jasmar says love has no rhyme or reason, and it doesn't matter who. However, if the broke person is not doing anything to better themselves, then they can cause some issues later.
Yeah.
That's true. Trey Floyd says, in your 20s, yeah. In your 30s plus, maybe not. No Cap in Season says no. Dorian, we had Dorian on the show before, says, hell no. Get some stability in your life before you try to bring someone in it. Jamal is back says, if the broke person is dating doesn't have a problem with it, I say go and do you. For me, if I was dating someone who worked at a labor pool or White Castle, it would not matter to me. I am dating them, not their finances.
Why so specific?
It's very interesting. Amina, aka Baby, says hell no. Very interesting. So I'm gonna ask you, should broke people be dating? Yes or no?
Just yes or no, right?
Yes or no?
Yes.
Dating, yes. Having babies, no.
Not having babies.
Yes.
Yes.
Just date somebody in your tax bracket.
No.
I said the same thing too,
No.
but I didn't want to break
All
that.
right.
My question said no. I
right.
mean, my answer said no.
Bold and blunt. Can you read bold and blunt for me?
All this?
So you can't do it.
We can't fall in love.
Let me see.
Gym shoes. Can you read bold and
Sure.
blunt?
You want to?
Let's go ahead, Jim.
Because I want to give Corday. You want to read it?
Man, I can't read all the damn
Let me do it.
It's
All right. Let's go. But I'll let them finish.
He
Though.
wants to do it.
Who? You want to go? Yeah.
Y'all good? All right.
Interesting perspective.
We want to know what y'all feel.
Because a lot of times people call themselves the society, people call them broke. We call them broke.
You call who broke?
What y'all talking about? Can we hear?
I don't like that word.
So I was just saying,
Terrible word.
so he's saying that poor people or broke people can't fall in love or can't
said
date.
that wasn't the
And he
question.
clarified it. He said, no, that wasn't the question. Da, da, da.
okay.
And he looked at it from a different perspective, as if like they're calling themselves broke. Because I think that poor people don't necessarily walk around, they may say, oh, I don't
They
have.
do. I'm broke. You hear that people say all the time. I'm broke. I don't got it. I can't do it. I'm broke. I'm broke.
People with money
So
say
that's, to me, that's a mindset, right? To be financially struggling at one point, or to do that's different things, right? But to call yourself broke, that means you're mentally insecure about something, and I feel like that should be fixed before you worry about inviting somebody else into your situation. I think finances is a big situation in relationships because that is one of the number one. I think that's the top reason why people get divorced. So there's clearly an issue there, right? We act like finances don't matter, but it does, right? My dick don't get hard, my bills can't get paid. You know what I'm saying? You worried about sex, you worried about all this. I got to pay the bills, and if we broke, that's going to lead into relationship problems and other different things. And it's so many nuances that go into that.
Yeah.
But like I said,
A different outlet.
it's just so many nuances
Just
that
date
go into
somebody.
that.
If you work at Wendy's,
No.
date somebody at Wendy's. Don't try to date the fly nigga that
Your tax
this-
bracket.
Like,
Your tax
you can
bracket.
still go out on the date. Y'all might not be going to like.
The question was, should broke people?
Everybody
me answering
deserve
the
love,
question
and broke
is
people
using
got
the
people
context
too. Some of the
what
broke
the
people
question
be in
told me,
relationships
and
longer
that's
than
how I
us
based
with
my
money.
answer.
But
Not
so
about
you're saying
falling
broke
in
people
love,
shouldn't date?
There's definitely different nuances. There's definitely exceptions to the rule where things happen, right? Broke people do fall in love. Broke people do succeed. I'm sure, because nothing is 100%. So yes, there are going to have those situations. But my perception, King, thinks that if you're broke, you should focus on you right? Because to me, that's a mindset.
But I don't agree with
That's
Trip.
all.
I
You don't have to agree.
What do you mean
That's
broke?
what I
What do you
do.
mean broke? Because you can pay your bills and be broke. So what you so when you say someone broke,
I'm not saying that it's broke. The question said it was broke.
generic.
I'm not
It's very
saying that. The
generic.
question
Because
said
broke is
Because
relative.
broke is
You can be rich and not have
you can
money
pay your
because you
bills
got
and
bills
be left with $5.
Again, which is why
And
you're
you're broke.
Everyone's putting a monetary term. I said broke is a mindset. It's
That
a
is.
mindset.
That I agree with
I
that.
did not say that because you have $5, because you work at Wendy's, because you are whatever. I didn't say none of that. I didn't say none of that because I know people who work at McDonald's that make over 60, 70,000 a year that will be suffice for somebody that's living in that tax.
Bold and blunt.
I'm
We love
saying
y'all. We love y'all.
my mindset.
We love
That's
y'all.
all.
We love y'all.
Mindset.
The
Bold
mindset.
and blunt,
That's
baby.
what the-
Read bold and
I know
blunt,
that was
baby.
good.
Bold and blunt.
Dear Culture Club,
Here we go, y'all.
Dear Culture Club, my name is Renee. I am 32 years old, and I'm writing this because I don't know how to say it loud without breaking down. I recently found out that I am HIV positive. The hardest part is not just the diagnosis, it's who I believe it came from. A man I loved. A man I trusted. A man I don't let me do this. A man I let close to me because I thought we were building something real. I asked questions. I believed his answers. I trusted his words. I thought loyalty meant safety. I thought love meant honesty. Now I'm sitting here with the doctor's appointment, medication, fear, shame, anger, and a life that feels like it changed overnight. I keep asking myself, how could you sleep beside me, kiss me, tell me that they love me and not protect me? How could he know? How could he know there was a possibility and still put me at risk? Or even worse, how could he be so careless with both of our lives? I'm hurt, I'm embarrassed, I'm angry. Some days I feel strong, and other days I feel like I'm being punished for trusting the wrong person. I know HIV is not a death sentence anymore. I know people live full lives. I know medications can help me become undetectable, but emotionally, I am not okay. I don't know if I should confront him. I don't know if I should tell people. I don't know how to date again. I don't even know how to look in the mirror and not feel like my life has been marked by someone else's choices. So my question is this: how do I move forward after being betrayed this deeply? How do I stop blaming myself for trusting someone who did not handle me with care? Because right now, I don't just feel sick. I feel violated.
Ade, can you take it?
That's a very tough spot to be in. Let me sit over it.
Corday?
Why do you answer to me? Renee, I don't even know how to even give her advice on that. Because the first thing I would say, and I don't want to sound insensitive in that situation, is what were you doing to make sure that you were sexually healthy in the first place? What type of conversations were you having with this person? When were you going to get tested? How often did you get tested? That would be my first question. How long have you actually been in a relationship with this person before y'all decide to have unprotected sex?
I think, we'll continue, but I think in order for you to be absolved of any emotion, you have to take responsibility. It's not his responsibility for your sexual awareness and or health. It's your responsibility. So you have no control over this man, past, present, and or future. You can only control what's happening with you now. And so it's unfortunate that this happened to you based on how you're recanting, but you have to be absolved with yourself and take responsibility first for you to move remotely on. And that's the first step and the only step that you really can take, because you have no control over this person. There's nothing you can do about this person, in my mind. And so, yeah. Next, anybody?
Yeah.
I want to speak. So let me do my. So I would say the first thing you want to do is accept that, like you said, self accountability. Then when you do that, you need to love yourself. If you need help going for therapy to get you in the right state of mind, do that. Because I know of some people that are in this situation and it was hard for them. It was hard, and I understand it. So please, 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 if you know that you cannot motivate yourself, you have to seek help from someone.
Can I just piggyback off what you said just to give context? Because I realize, and personally, a lot of times we go into our world angry based off of a trauma that happened to us because
That's correct.
now I understand, like she said, like, you know, I don't know how I can date somebody, look at somebody else, or do all that. And to what you're saying, you will never be able to, because the forgiveness that you need to have is for within yourself. And once you trying to, you know, find reasons to be, you know, forgive this, okay, well, this one, this, you're going to be mad your whole time for the rest of your life if you don't forgive yourself and be able to move on. And I realize that, you know, forgiveness is big for you.
Bold and blunt,
Yeah. Renee, I just want to say your story is going to help a lot of people, right? I think the key thing in this is that you trusted him, and you let your hair down, and you let all your guards down, which failed you to take the steps that you needed to take to protect yourself. Because I want us not to give up our choice in these relationships. And so what are you going to do? You're going to go to the doctor, you're going to get on meds, and you're going to be undetectable, and you're going to be fine. You're going to get counseling and therapy, and you need to go ahead and break up with him. The fact that, especially if he already knew his status, the fact that he would not protect you, that's a problem for me. I don't know what y'all need to talk about. You need to see records of when he was tested and the date on it. And if he already knew, toodles.
Culture Club, story time. What don't we know about you, King?
What don't you know about me?
You only.
And I pointed you out because you're the newbie in this particular group, so that's why I pointed you out. That's why he said you only. But yeah,
I guess I'm what you call a progressive conservative. So I have conservative values, but I don't align with everything with that party, with the right side. So I do have some progressive outlooks on life. So a lot of my ways of looking is based off of that ideology.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we was finna get a story time.
That was fine.
That was a choice.
That was fine.
It's your popcorn question. Not today.
Can I ask you one follow-up question?
Go ahead.
Well, since you are a progressive,
Oh, I saw that coming.
Go ahead. We want to hear.
what political party are you affiliated with? Oh, that's
I'm not a party guy. I actually, right now on my platform, advocate for bipartisan cabinet. Right, I believe that both parties need to be in office in order to address the whole America. Right, if there's only one party in the Oval Office, then only half the country is being addressed, or a portion of it. So I think if there's if the president is Republican, then the vice president should be a Democrat, or vice versa.
I like that.
That's good.
All right. This is a very charged episode. Like we do on all episodes, we're going to reintroduce ourselves. Say your name, and if you dated someone with HIV and would today. If you have dated someone with HIV and would you today? Sir.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mega Body, and I've dated 3 people that were positive. I've talked about the first time I met somebody, they told me how I felt. Would I do it today? I think in the world, I think in the world and how, in the numbers of people living with HIV, I think you can't help but if you're in the dating world. Now, if you already locked into a relationship, it's different, but nah, otherwise you will. You'll come across
Next.
It's your favorite cousin, Trip, Ali. Please don't forget the other P, because y'all be putting just one on me.
Oh.
But it's like Culture Club, 2 P's. Would I date have I ever dated somebody with HIV? Not knowingly. But would I date somebody with HIV? Like today is the man I am, I would. Long as you undetectable, you taking care of yourself, I would.
Sir?
Yes and yes. And my name is King.
Hey, what's going on? I am Wes, and yes and yes.
What's up? This Gym Shoes, yeah and yeah.
All right.
Skeleton and yes and yes.
All right.
What's up, y'all? I'm Cordell Mari, and I've dated one, and I am married to one.
All right.
What's up, y'all? I did here no and yes.
Okay. Listen, we love the comments. We love the shares. We have tried to give different voices an opportunity to speak on the platform. Some of y'all like the new voices. Some of y'all just want the old voices back. We ain't here to please everybody, and we're not going to be able to please everybody.
Yes, sir.
But the whole point of Culture Club is to have a collective within a collective, and every voice needs to be heard. Thank y'all for watching, and God bless and good night.
All right, all right.
Welcome to Culture Club. Hey, what we say, what we mean. Bold and blunt in the room, you know what it is. Lights on, cameras up. Everybody got a view. We don't fake for the likes. We just speak what's true. Pull up, take your seat. It might get real tonight. If you brought your opinion, better say it with your chest right. Talk, talk, talk now. Say how you feel. No sugar on it, we keeping it real. Laugh a little louder, think a little deep. Culture in the building, now run that beat. Welcome to Culture Club, where the real ones meet. Bold and blunt, no filter. Come and take your seat. Welcome to Culture Club. We got something to say. If the topic is heavy, we gon' still be okay. Culture Club. Talk it out. Culture Club. Say it loud. Culture Club. Bring the heat. Culture Club. Take a seat. What you watching, what you learning, what you changing today? Story time, real life. Somebody got something to say. Drama, the mess in the growth. We gon' laugh, we gon' read, then we get into both. Talk back, talk now, say how you feel. No sugar on it, we keeping it real. Laugh a little louder, think a little deep. Culture in the building, now run that beat. Welcome to Culture Club, where the real ones meet. Bold and blunt, no filter. Come and take your seat. Welcome to Culture Club. We got something to say. If the topic is heavy, we gon' still be okay. Bold and blunt, it's the vibe. Say it plain, say it loud. One mic, one room, one truth, no mute. Welcome to Culture Club, where the real ones meet. Bold and blunt, no filter. Come and take your seat. Welcome to Culture Club. We got something to say. If the topic is heavy, we gon' still be okay. Culture Club. Culture Club. Culture Club. Culture Club. Bold and blunt, that's Culture Club. Watch the room, feel the vibe. Culture Club. We outside.